So South Ari Atoll is actually a very special place, not only for the fantastic year-round whale shark aggregation, which is really special. In terms of worldwide aggregations, it doesn't happen in a lot of places where whale sharks can be seen year-round. My name is Chloe Wynn. I work in field for the Maldives Whale Shark Research Programme, and I am in the role of lead in-field coordinator, and I also do a lot of the communications for the programme as well.
My name is Kame. I work for an award-winning tour operator called Seek Paradise, and I've been helping with Whale Shark Research Programme for 2.5 years as a support and logistics to run this trip smoothly.
If I'm not in the water more than 2 days, I actually feel I'm missing part of me. The ocean makes me feel grounded, and the ocean makes me feel how tiny I am. And I'm really amazed that I was part of it, and I always feel like I was being part of it.
So whale sharks are actually the world's biggest fish. They're an endangered shark. They are very, very charismatic with their beautiful spotty body, but they're actually incredibly elusive and can be difficult to find at times. So in South Ari, we're lucky to have this year-round aggregation, of course. But for the most part, when they get to be, adults, in their adult stages of life, they're actually more, they're very mobile and potentially living in these kind of more pelagic areas, open ocean. So yeah, again, in their adult stages of life, they become even harder to kind of monitor. So a typical day for MWSRP is that we will conduct our boat-based surveys with our volunteers in a kind of expedition style. So we will go out every day and we will survey the area, the South Ari Marine Protected Area, or SAMPA, which is a 42-kilometre area. So this is where whale sharks are actually seen year-round. They have a very high resighting rate. So we'll actually go out into this area, we'll collect not only whale shark data, but also vessel data, megafauna data, because all of this kind of information is going to feed into, the kind of wider understanding of why the whale shark is there, why other animals are there, and how humans either, positively or negatively impact this. In terms of other megafauna, we do see manta rays also, we see turtles, which are quite resident in the area. We also see bottlenose dolphins, spinner dolphins. Quite recently we saw pilot whales, which was just fantastic. Incredibly spectacular, and it's just a testament to why we need to protect this area in action as well. So after every whale shark encounter, we will actually record the environmental variable data. So what this really means is that we will be recording things like the visibility of the water, the temperature, the surface current, as well as the wind direction and speed. So all these things are feeding into building a better picture of, the whale shark's habitat, what it's doing. In Maldives, like everywhere else in the world, unfortunately, we do see a lot of plastic drifting in, and we see ghost nets coming in. This is a problem in Maldives. Plastic pollution is such a huge problem everywhere. So a lot of the time, whale sharks will be ingesting these forever plastics. They will be ingesting them and, taking that into their system, which is not good potentially for their overall health. So you could actually have a vessel approach the whale shark encounter in the right way. Captain could approach, drop their guests at a sensible distance at the side of the shark and slightly ahead. But because of the situation of overcrowded and unregulated tourism in Sampa, it means that, people are joining onto other people's encounters. So maybe that first boat that actually spotted the shark and did everything right, it might be that, other boats are joining the encounter, their boat is getting fenced in and they actually can't get out of the encounter centre, and therefore they might end up obstructing the whale shark by accident simply because they can't actually exit the encounter safely. For one, a negative thing, we want to have increased numbers of whale sharks, as they are an endangered species that contribute to the planet's, various natural ecosystems. Yeah, the busyness, the amount of boats, there needs to be true regulation in terms of there needs to be less boats allowed to access the area at any one time. This is a feeling that is not just that of the Maldives Whale Shark Research Programme, but many people also have, that we have talked to, they have also expressed that, they would want rangers, they think there should be less boats, because over the years they have noticed, guides, regular people, local people, they have noticed that there has been less encounters, there have been more evasive behaviours, and ultimately at the end of the day, this isn't good. This isn't the right way to experience whale sharks. We want to have, good numbers, we want to have abundance and healthy populations of whale sharks here. There are many things that are special about South Ari Atoll. Nowhere else in the world can you see a whale shark aggregation in this way. Nowhere else in the world can you see whale sharks, manta rays, and also many different kinds of cetaceans. Maldives is beautiful for so many reasons. It is phenomenal here, the variety of wildlife in this area, the fact that you have a year-round aggregation of whale sharks, that they're so highly resident that sometimes we know an individual just by its spot pattern. It is such a wonderful feeling to be not just in the water with them, but also it is beautiful to see these things. It's a privilege and it needs to be protected. The feeling of swimming with a whale shark is still completely phenomenal to me a few years on. They're such a beautiful, enigmatic species. They're iconic in this area, and it's easy to understand why. They are stunning as a creature, but also just, even when I'm in the water, these questions arise. How much have we still got to learn? Where do these whale sharks go? So many questions to be answered, and it's very exciting to be a part of it.